he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Metal Customs. Today, back working on the 73 K10 cab here. And what we're going to do in this video is try to get this cab finished up. It just takes a lot of time, especially when you have this many dents. But since the last video, and if you ain't seen that one, you need to check it out so you can catch up. Basically, all I've been doing is just a lot of sanding and contouring the fiberglass that I put on there. Let me give you just a quick look at that. Like this side panel here. I like doing the fiberglass first, and then I'll take some of the polyester filler and go over the fiberglass once I get it all where I want it. And it'll fill all them little bad spots. You see the roof I've done started with some polyester up there. What are you doing, little guy? You're going to get stuck in there. Yeah, man. But that's what I've been doing all week long. And that's why I haven't put a video out on this like last week for y'all, because, well, it's just a lot of body work and sanding. And y'all seen me do that before. I will show a little bit on here, but not a lot. But what we're going to do now is try to tackle some of these rust spots. We basically have 4. This one here that needs to be cut out. That one. And that one. And yeah, that's it. On a 73 Chevy cab. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Now we still have to do the floor pan and the inner rockers in this thing too. So that, I don't know if I'd get into this video or not. It just takes a long time to do this body work, guys. Lots of sanding. And just be prepared if you take on a project like this. But yeah, let's get back, and I'm going to go ahead and do some of this metal work while my filler up there is drying, and then off camera I'll mix some more filler and get some of the other spots. Well, let's go ahead and dig into this, and we're going to be using our new Harbor Freight battery operated chopper. Yeah, I'm getting where I really like that thing. But yeah, let's cut that out and let's get one made. Yeah, that little thing's just handy. Alright, those are bad. Yeah, well, it was bad, wasn't it? Yeah, man. Alright, cool. Well, let's run over here to the table and grab this piece of metal. See if we can make this thing. Alright, I just took this piece that I cut off and traced it out on my new piece of metal. I went ahead and drilled my hole. And now I'm going to get these ovals cut out. Man, I have not used my plasma cutter in 100 years, it seems like. Let's see if this thing still works. We'll get them ovals cut out, and then we can take our little chopper there and get our perimeter cut. Yeah, these are my favorite go-to gloves. They're 100 years old. Matter of fact, these are my dad's. So they're, yeah, they're old. Tip or something and see if that's a problem. Well now, that was a big fail. All I did is warped up and messed up the end of my metal right there. Put new tip and stuff in it, I don't know what the deal is. Alright, let's go to plan B. I'll do it like that. We'll get the other one. We'll just take the bit, start here, go down, then we'll just take it to the Dremel and clean that up. Yeah, it's a pain doing it that way. Wish a little plasma cutter would have worked, but hey, it is what it is. Alright, like I said, that was our old rusty piece of a cutout. There's a nice new one. Pretty. Yeah, I still got to do clean up the edges and whatnot, but that will go in within getting it fitted. But what I'd like to do is get this cut out and them two cut out, form all my metal, and then do all my welding. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just keep on cutting. This thing works great. I'm glad that I got that. Go ahead and cut these two out here, and then figure this one here out. Go on the inside and cut some. Then come out here on the outside and make the second cut. Yeah, that would be a little more complicated. But these two side ones shouldn't be that bad. Especially this one over here. It's a small one, so. I want y'all to see the rust in this too. Check it out. This is why we just don't fiberglass over something like that. See it rust down in there? We're going to clean all that up, and I'm going to spray some of that Eastwood up in there to help coat that, and that way this crap won't happen again. And this side over here was a lot worse. Of course, I had to cut a much bigger chunk out, as you can tell. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'll get in there with the wire brush, clean all that up really good. And like I say, get some of the rust inhibitor or neutralizer, whatever you call it, stuff in there. And of course, when I go to weld a new piece back in, we'll use that weldable primer too. And that always helps to stop rust and just condition things and make them where they'll last. But cool, let's look at this bottom and see how we're going to get it cut. Well, I guess it's going to be a little on the tricky side. I think there's more rust than what it looks like. It's going to be a weird one to make too. Let's see what we got on the inside here. Let's go ahead and make our end cuts. Yeah, like I said, this thing's working great, but it is a battery eater. Clean up the rest of that, but that's got the rust out of it. As y'all can see, she was rusty. Alright, yeah, it's going to be a fun one to make, but we can make it. Alright, we got all of our pieces out of here, so let's run over to the table, trace them on a piece of metal, and get to work. Got the majority of my pieces made. I mean, this one, no-brainer, there it is. You see I put the weld-through primer on there and shot some down in there. I let that Eastwood stuff sit overnight and get a good coating on that. My square, of course, it's ready to rock. I grind out everything around it. That weird bottom piece, man, now that was something. I want y'all to check this out. That is it. Now looking at it head on, it doesn't look that bad. But I had to get this weird curve whoop-de-doo in it, and then the top curves and then kicks back out. So yeah, that was a little bit of magic going on there. Got this piece right here, still got to trim it. It will be my second piece for the inside. But that'll go on first, and then that. Like I say, I sprayed all this primer and stuff in there. I'm going to give it a while to dry. And this piece, that was a weird one too. Got the primer on it. But looking at it head on, it doesn't look that bad. But this also has a slight curve on the top and a big weird curve on the bottom, as well as that body line that's supposed to be in there. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun welding all that up. But we're going to give it a good while for all of that stuff to dry. And in the meantime, I'm just sanding. The progress is being made. I've got this one welded in and ground down. Yeah, got my contour and everything right on the money. I just need to go back now for the second lap and weld in some of these small spots that didn't get welded the first time. And you're going to have that after you weld and grind, guys. So look forward to welding a second time. Got that piece in there. That one actually really don't need much at all. This turned out really well. No issues with that one. We'll take a little bit of filler and run over these and then sand them down and take care of the little spots. You know, just to nitpick it. This one over here, there's a just shade of welding. You see the little light. That area right there, and you run a small bead there, dot dot. And then fill in right here a little more. Our body line sort of dips in just a shade right there. But we can get that taken care of. But that's what to expect when doing this. And of course, I've been sanding. I'll sand for a little bit, grind a little bit. Sand, grind, grind. And keep on, so on, and so forth. But that's the way we're doing it. But yeah, let me get the welder out and get them little spots dotted up. And then we'll get them ground down and get them finished off. Well, we got them pieces finalized, and I just used some gray primer to run over them right quick. Well, that side turned out pretty good. Well, one little bad spot right there. We can get that, no big deal. Our fronts turned out looking good. Yeah, man. And of course, this one over here. All right, well, the metalwork came out really well. Happy with that. Now it's just keep on sanding. Well, there might be some light at the end of the tunnel. I've got this thing all sanded down. That new sander's working out fantastic. And bought me a pad for my DA. Yeah, man, that works great. But what I done is, y'all see I sanded. But I got everything sanded down where we could see it all. And then run over it. Take your hand, just run over it nice and neat. And you will feel any bumps or any bad spots. I had a couple of spots here. You see I added some more filler. We'll get that sanded out. Some across the back. Not many. A lot of this just filling up little bumps and stuff. It wasn't low spots. I actually got that pretty flat. But yeah, that's turning out pretty neat. Over here, a little spot there on that corner piece that was a ripply a little bit. Couple right in here, as you can see where the red was. And all I was doing here, guys, was just filling in where little scratchy marks were, or a gouge or something. Now, as far as this roof, and that was the worst of it, yeah, 1-2 spots that I had to have filler to. That's not too bad. Well, now, we got 4 coats of high build on there. The first coat was basic, and the other 3 I diluted 10% with some thinner, trying to get it to lay a little smoother. And I mean, it does help. It's going to make the sanding a lot easier. I mean, it's hard to tell. The light over here is not the greatest, but at least we do have it on there, and I think we got enough on there. Who knows? I still see a trouble spot right there. We'll see how that sands out. But now, I ain't standing here saying that once I done put this primer on there, that's it. You sand it and you're done. No. This sander's going to show me if there's any other spots that I need to body work. Because I'll take the block and go over all of this, and I'll get down actually to 400 on it. And being as I'm using black, man, it's going to show everything. And that's what we want. We can already see the little bitty spot right there. Yep, little bitty spot right there. And I don't know how in the world I missed that. But yeah, that's what this black primer would do for you. Ain't that fantastic? Well, actually it is. It works out good. And it's going to make you work, but it's going to make you get it right. And that's what we want. So we'll let this sit here and cure overnight, come out here tomorrow, and go to block sanding, and just see how, what kind of shape we're in. Finally, I got this whole thing sanded down. Well, the main body exterior sanded down. All of that high build primer. And I'm here to tell you, that was a job. But I got it done. I'm real happy with the way it turned out. We'll bring y'all up here and look at this roof. We'll bring you up slow so you see across it. Y'all remember how bad that roof was? I'm not seeing any bad spots in that roof. We got really well there. There was a handful of small things that I didn't like, so I mixed me up a little bit of the icing. Those y'all who don't remember, that's that polyester putty. It's a real fine filler what it is. And like I had a couple of little nick spot there, little nick spot there, you know, hit that. They'll come down here, same here. Three like little chip spots right there. And around back, of course, there was a lot of them. You got to remember, this is a step side, so from here to there, it's going to be seen, so she's got to be slick. So I went ahead, you can see, if you look really close, like the little dots in there. That's what I'm talking about. It looks like I throwed a lot of stuff on here, but it's just covering really, really small imperfections like that little piece right there. So yeah, it's not as much as it looks. I did lay heavy right across there. I just want to get that sanded out really well. But like I say, the majority of it, just a little dot, what I call dot spots. Just didn't turn out perfect. But yeah, that right there, I mean, turn out just as slick as you would want it to. Sound like somebody pulled up. Ah, it is what it is. But I'm going to let this thing sit overnight, and we'll come out here in the morning and sand off them few spots. And it's probably ready for another coat of high build, and then we'll sand her down to 400. Alright, well, so far so good. I have got all of that high build primer sanded down. And I've got the full body work back here, as you can see. Got it all sanded down. It's ready for another couple of coats of high build primer. And it's going well. It's looking really well. After I sanded all of this, the only issue I had was a strip along the back that I had to do some more work to. But hey, that is part of it. So what I've been tackling now, you tell by all the tools out here on the floor, is this firewall. Got to get it all stripped and cleaned up and have it ready, because when I shoot this high build primer on the cab, I want to go ahead and get a good couple of coats on this firewall as well. Now we have some slight rusty spots on it, as you can see. Now I've done sprayed that Eastwood rub inhibitor, whatever it is, stuff on there, and I'm going to let that sit and dry. I'm fixing to take my break when I come back out. Do it a little bit more. I don't like much on the firewall. Get in here a little bit and get some of that paint off there and get it all shiny and looking pretty. And then get this bracket right here and get it done. But yeah, not too bad. Just really time consuming, guys, if you're going to do it right. But I'll keep on getting this sanded and update y'all later. Well, now we got everything sanded, washed, and I just sprayed 3 coats of high build primer on her. So I'm hoping this time around gets it. Like I say, guys, it's one of them things you just you got to do it. I think the roof is going to turn out fine. I don't seem to have no issues with that, except for the camera being blurry. Maybe that's a little better. Alright, the firewall, yeah, real happy with the way that turned out. So I smacked it with some 400 and it'd be ready to throw some paint on. My big issue is this back. It has been fighting me tooth and nail. All this down through here looks good. My sides look good here. These end caps look good on the cap, so does the top. This right here, this big spot right through here that's been giving me so much trouble. But we'll see what it looks like. I'm going to let this sit overnight and cure. Come out here tomorrow, and it's nothing but a bunch of 400 getting all this blocked out. So I reckon we will see y'all tomorrow. Well, we've got a lot of sanding done, as you can tell. Everything's been sanded down to 400. This thing is just smooth and slick. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I got stuff on the inside sanded. Still have to hit the inside of the roof with 400. I've run over it with, I think it was 140 that I had. Well, maybe I went over with 240. I can't remember. But anyway, still got to go over that again. I've got the dash. It's fine. Dash pad covers the majority of it, so all we got to do is worry about the parts that are seen. Of course, you've seen the firewall, got it. But yeah, it's just a lot of sanding, guys. The roof, I think it turned out fantastic. I did try to get some of them dents up there, but man, that one just doesn't want to go. It is what it is. I have to repair a dent right there. But besides that, time consuming, but it's going well. Well, we've got a lot of sanding done, as you can tell. Everything's been sanded down to 400. This thing is just smooth and slick. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. I got stuff on the inside sanded. Still have to hit the inside of the roof with 400. I've run over it with, I think it was 140 that I had. Well, maybe I went over with 240. I can't remember. But anyway, still got to go over that again. I've got the dash. It's fine. Dash pad covers the majority of it, so all we got to do is worry about the parts that are seen. Of course, you've seen the firewall, got it. But yeah, it's just a lot of sanding, guys. The roof, I think it turned out fantastic. I did try to get some of them dents up there, but man, that one just doesn't want to go. It is what it is. I have to repair a dent right there. But besides that, time consuming, but it's going well. All right. The body work on the cab is done, and everything's sanded down to 400 so far. Of course, I'm going to have to do the bottom rockers whenever we get the inners put in and all that business. But as you can see, I've got it on the cherry picker. And what I have to do, yeah, this is a nervous part, especially when you're working by yourself. You don't want to drop it, because if I drop it, whatever I mess up, I got to fix for free, of course. And I would. That ain't no stress. It's just I don't want to drop it. But what I want to do is get it over here and set it in the middle of this lift. I'll explain later why I'm doing that. Some of y'all may catch on already. But that's what we're after. So let's see how this thing's going to roll over there and set down. This is going to be a nail biter for me. Well, it rolled over there pretty good. The problem I'm having is got the lift all the way up, the cherry picker all the way up against the lift, and I still got to set this thing down. Got it in place. It was quite difficult and nerve-wracking to say the least, especially by yourself. What the deal is, you can see the spacing here. Not much room on either side. But the whole reason I've done this, two reasons mainly, is so I can pick up the cab and work on the floor. And then once I get the floor done, I can roll the frame under and set the cab on it. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to do it today, I'm wore out. We'll go out in the morning and grab me two 6x6, like this big post I got here. And we're going to lay them across the lift, raise the lift up. 6x6 will grab the cab here and then just pick it up. It will not hurt that cab, dent it or warp it or anything like that. And that will give us plenty of room to work on the floor, and then when the frame comes in, we can set the cab on the frame. Whew, yeah, that one about wore me out, guys. Pulling and tugging on it and the stress of, you know, chance that I may drop it. But I didn't put a mark on it, so we're done good. Well, everyone, I think on that note, we're going to wrap this video up. Like I say, all the body work got done to the cab. That was our main goal here. All we lack is just a good wash and sprayed it with sealant. But I don't want to seal it yet until I get all the floor pan work done. That way I can seal everything at once. You know, that makes things a lot easier and go a lot quicker. So, like I say, we're going to wrap this one up. That was a job doing all that work. A lot of work, a lot of stress, especially moving it over and hoping that I don't drop it. But everything went well, especially considering the shape that cab was in with all them dents. So I'm really happy with the way it turned out. The customer will be by here, I think Friday or so. I don't know when, but I think Friday. If not, I'll see him next Saturday. And he'll check it out, tell me everything is covered. Of course, you've got a lot more sanding to do down inside the doors and stuff. That's after we get all that floor pan and them and the rockers done. Yeah, man. But cool, and made a lot of progress, made a lot of good progress. Well, like I say, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching it. If you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on Patreon and with that super thing. And please like, share, and subscribe. Again, appreciate it much. Until the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.